Well, my second takeaway is SEC wide receiver play. Again, in the top 10 receivers in the country in terms of receiving yardage, there are four SEC receivers. Luther Burden from Missouri,
Mhm.
793 yards. Malik Neighbors from LSU, 771 yards. Xavier Legette from South Carolina, 606 yards. And Brian Thomas Jr. from LSU, 603 yards. Again, the quarterbacks in the SEC, the wide receivers in the SEC, it's time to pay attention to what's happening. And
Mhm.
I don't know. I think is it anti-SEC bias from people in the media? I don't know. I watch every week and listen to these guys pick games, and I see them pick against SEC teams, and they want to
Yep.
they want to talk about USC. They want to talk about Washington. Um,
Mhm.
but when you look at the statistics, Darren, the quarterback play and the wide receiver play, there's no conference better than the SEC.
And the amazing thing is, and I won't claim the point is my own, but it's the point you made earlier when talking about the quarterbacks. When you point to the irrefutable evidence of what the quarterbacks in the SEC are doing compared to the rest of the country, and the wide receivers, which, by the way, great points on your part on both of these. But when you point to that irrefutable evidence, then you start to hear excuses about why, well, this team's got this many losses and this team didn't do this and this team hasn't done this. And it's like you can point to things that have went on the West Coast where all of those same things happened, but it didn't affect anything that we're talking about. So it really is interesting how that happens. But those are both great takes with the quarterbacks and the wide receivers.